24 Gold, Statue, schön. Nice. Okay. Schauen wir uns um. Castors Habseligkeiten.
A rucksack containing everything needed for a few days in the wilderness and an exotic-looking sword.
Oh, das Schwert.
A rucksack.
Ah, das hat er gesammelt, schön. Hat er bekommen, nice.
The danger is over. Once and for all.
Now the horror finally comes to an end.
Na schön. Kleinen Moment. So, okay, schauen wir uns um. Umschauen, umschauen. Umschauen. Toten Alp.
The elf has been beheaded. He is dead. And even the perished land won't be able to make him rise again.
Well, that's him. I remember now. He forced me to drink a potion. That's what gave me my powers. I killed him and ran away.
On closer inspection, you see a small rolled-up note in the elf's hand.
Okay. Ist aber nicht gerade
A
klein.
recipe. If I had to guess, probably for Geralda's potion.
Ach. Okay, zeig mal her. Was braucht man denn da? Das Rezept für Geraldas Trank. Kann ich nicht anschauen, okay. Schön. Müssen wir jetzt hier noch ein bisschen sammeln oder brauen? Ach so. Okay. Das hält dann aber nicht so ewig.
The containers are filled with blood, but it seems thinner and smells sweeter than it should. Presumably the Alfar have done something with it, either for their potions or to use it as paint.
Okay, ob das so eine gute Idee ist, das zu brauen.
You have no idea what to do with the various devices and ingredients, but it should be easy for Andekai, as an experienced mager and alchemist, to brew Geralda's potion.
Na, soll sie tun.
You don't wish to spend the night amongst the dead, so you set up camp a little way off. You decipher the recipe for Geralda's potion together with Andekai and Nemora.
All in all, the equipment and the process is not hard to understand, despite being a little strange. And the ingredients take some getting used to, even for me. This black water and elf blood, for example.
Is this what gives Geralda her powers?
Andekai nods.
It gives her powers and makes her dangerous. What will she do if the potion runs out and she is driven to madness by thirst? She could force me to brew more and more of the potion for her, and find a way to supply the elf blood that is needed for it.
Andekai's gaze pierces you.
I can mix a poison that looks just like her potion. She trusts you, Tungdil. If you give it to her, she will drink it, and we will remove an uncontrollable danger from Girdlegard.
Na, das will ich nicht tun. Aber stimmt zwar. Was passiert, wenn der Trank ausgeht? Das ist eine schwere Entscheidung. Aber es ist ja nicht hundertprozentig sicher, dass sie wirklich durchdreht.
That would still be murder. No matter how great a danger she may present, she didn't choose her powers, and deserves to live.
Andekai shakes her head in disappointment, but to your surprise, gets to work without another word. After 2 hours, Andekai comes to you and holds out 2 phials that look exactly like Geralda's.
I stick by my opinion, Tungdil. You must recognize how great the danger is. The phial on the left is the potion. In the other is the poison.
Andekai gives you the 2 phials.
Decide wisely.
Before you can say anything, she has already turned away and is marching at a swift pace towards Jiroon.
Tungdil, is the potion ready?
You only just managed to hide the files from Geralda.
Na, ich will sie nicht betrügen.
Yes, here is the potion.
You give Geralda the real potion, and she takes several large swigs.
Thank you, Tungdil. What would I do without... Ugh. What is that? It's burning. You've poisoned me.
You stare at the second phial in your hand, and then at the face of the dwarf, contorted in pain. With a final pain-stricken scream, Geralda collapses in front of you. As the others rush over, you are still standing there, frozen in shock.
Okay, das hätte ich ahnen
She's
sollen.
dead. Take her away.
Without worrying about the objections of the others, Jeroen follows her order. Andokai grabs your shoulder and pulls you aside.
So you gave her the potion? I thought you would.
You swapped them, how could you?
You feel deceived, and anger boils inside you.
Be aware of who you're talking to, Tungdil Goldhand. We may be travelling together, but I am still one of the six. I have ruled over my realm for many years and made many difficult decisions. This was not one of them. She was a product of Alpha experiments, and could have become as great a danger to Girdlegod as not on.
But perhaps we could have...
You think you can see a hint of sympathy in the Mager's face, but without another word she leaves you where you're standing. For the first time in a long while, you feel just like the stupid, naive Smith who left the cosy vaults in Yonandar so long ago.
Ah, verdammt, das hätte ich ahnen sollen. Nein! Warte nicht so bedan, wenn sie mich verarschen. Okay, jetzt ist sie scheiße, sie soll sterben. Okay, Andokai, du bist scheiße. Ja, ich hätte es ahnen sollen, dass sie... Natürlich vertauscht sie das. Ich hätte es ahnen sollen, verdammt. Da war ich genauso naiv. Na toll, jetzt ist sie weg. Kann ich die rausschmeißen? Du sollst dich ja verpissen. Ach, verdammt. Ja, ich werde nicht laden. Das war jetzt die Entscheidung und es ist passiert. Können es nicht rückgängig machen. Okay, hier ist nichts. Interessant. Okay, na toll. Da stehen, was das tut denn? Rammt einen Gegner mit ihrem Schild, er fliegt zurück, verletzt andere auf seinem Weg und stürzt. Sticht mit dem Griff wie Rax auf einen einzelnen Gegner ein und macht viel Schaden. Okay. Trifft mehrere Gegner. Okay, das ist interessant. Hat so viel Leben, okay. Okay. Würde ich auch sehen nehmen, okay. So. Ach Mann.
As night falls, you find yourselves on a hot mountain face covered in sharp crags. You would favour pretty much anywhere else to spend the night, but it is too dark to go any further. You are woken in the middle of the night by Boindil.
Scholar, can you smell it? There are piggies nearby.
You sniff deeply, but don't smell anything but the stench of sulphur. But you do see something moving in the shadows, and are immediately wide awake.
Da sollen sie Andokai töten, die Scheiße. Los, tötet sie. So, außer Jeroen soll bei uns mitmachen. Aber sie soll sterben. Okay, das sieht ja cool aus hier. Okay, es geht schon los. Na schön, ups. So, ja, mir fiel gerade ein. Ich habe ja nichts gegeben. Das war jetzt nicht so toll. Okay, so viel Schaden, schön. Spartan-Kick. Du machst das da.
And what now?
Du machst einmal das da. Moment. So.
Vile creature!
Gut.
Yes?
Noch einmal das da.
Yeah!
Gut. Immer schön angreifen. Du bekommst sie aufs Maul, das gefällt mir nicht. Okay, ja, das sollst dir helfen.
Yeah!
Schnell helfen. Okay,
What is it?
das da tun und
What do you
du
need?
machst das da. Gut.
And what now?
So, noch einmal.
He hardly
Perfekt.
put up a fight.
Mensch, da hinten ist einer. Wo ist denn hier der Bogenheini, der geschossen hat?
Come here, you!
What is it?
Das da, du gehst dahin.
Verräter.
Killed!
Angriff. So. Spartan-Kick. So, gut.
Huh?
Du bist noch nicht da? Ja, was soll das denn?
Ah!
Warum bist du noch
Yes?
nicht da?
Right away.
Okay. Die sind alle tot. Gut. Hier ist sonst nichts mehr. Okay. Greif mal den da an.
On my way!
Yeah!
So, kommt da noch mehr? Ja, da ist ja noch einer. Was soll das denn? Mensch.
And what now?
So,
Ah!
gut.
That was good training. What do you need?
Okay, hier kommen ein paar. Nicht gut.
Yes?
Du musst da hingehen.
Attack!
So, da kommen neue.
Fought well and yet
Verräter.
lost.
Killed!
So. Okay, wie sieht's hier aus? Mensch. So,
Huh?
gut. Gehst du da vorne hin? So, den da, genau.
What is it?
Du, fehlt noch eins,
Ah.
okay.
Attack!
Yeah!
So, tschüss. Ja, was ist denn da? Was soll das denn? Willst du mich
Verräter!
What
verarschen?
is it? Verräter. Good plan.
Na, da noch getroffen, schön. Getroffen, nice.
Sure.
Mensch,
Uh-huh.
du machst das da.
Huh?
Was ist denn bei euch los? Wieso hat denn der so viel Schaden bekommen?
And what now? He hardly put up a
Aha,
fight.
da hab ich was gesehen. Was soll denn das? Das Bogenheinis, wo seid ihr? Da oben? Hä? Was? Okay, wie komme ich da hin? Warte. Besten hierhin zurück, dann müssen sie zu uns kommen. Diese scheiß Camper. Okay,
And again!
wie
Yes?
sieht's da aus?
Yeah!
Er ist tot.
Yes?
So, tötet ihn, na los. Gut. Da sind noch ein paar, schön. Bisschen heilen.
What
Oder
is
du
it?
kannst ja schon mitmischen, na los.
Huzzah!
Genau. Schnell. Lass ihn durch, Tungdil. So,
Who's next?
so. Schnell aufladen, komm schon. Gut, nice.
Come here,
Weiter, na los. Weiter aufladen. Gut.
Haha!
Mensch.
Uh-huh.
Die anderen sollen jetzt da mal mitmachen. Warte. So,
Yes?
mach da mit.
At what?
Plan.
Gut. Okay. 10 Stück noch und das war's. Komm ich denn hier irgendwo nach oben?
Who's next? Haha!
Okay. Wie komme ich zu den anderen? Die ist als Camper.
What is it?
On my way!
Horse!
Okay, wer ist denn hier noch?
I'm with you!
On my way!
Yes!
Da! Da! Schön!
Right away.
Soll schnell dahin gehen. So, ne, warte, du kannst auch da hingehen, das ist gut. Schön.
Come here, you.
What do you need?
Du sollst da hingehen.
Verräter.
Gut. Ja, mach die da platt. So, komm schon. Da. Gut.
Yes?
Noch einmal. Gut.
Verräter.
Das ist wieder Berserker-Modus, okay. Du
Yes?
bist da drüben, gut.
Vile
Die
creature.
da platt. Gut. Nice. Perfekt. Oh, nicht der Versuch, ihr Schweinenasen.
After the battle, you finally have time to catch your breath.
Sandokai tot.
You check the others one by one to see how they are. Bavragor seems out of it and is staggering with every step he takes.
Bavragor, are you all right?
Agonizingly slowly, he turns to face you. Blood is flowing from his mouth and through his beard.
I made a mistake.
All strength slips from his body and he falls forward. An arrow is protruding from his back.
Nein.
Andakai, Bavragor has been hit!
You immediately rush towards him. Balandis, next to you, takes his hand.
Too late. The arrow was poisoned. I can feel it. I hadn't planned to return to the kingdom of the Secondlings, but I did at least want to complete my task to die in glory.
You won't die, Bavragor. Andakai, can't you?
You turn to the Maga, but one look at her face robs you of all hope. She shakes her head
Ja,
imperceptibly.
die kann gar nichts.
We are in the perished land, aren't we? Let me die. Then I can at least complete my task. My defiance will be stronger than the urge to do evil.
Before you can object, Boindil lays a hand on your shoulder.
You know yourself how stubborn we are, Scholar. We should grant him his wish. If he turns on us, then I will take care of him myself.
You've heard about dead dwarves on expeditions in the perished land defying the bloodlust for many days. But you want to find a better way. Bavragor's breathing is becoming shallower, until it finally stops completely. While Balandis is still sobbing next to you, the stonemason rises suddenly. His face is pale and his eyes seem empty.
Even death can't stop me. I told you. My defiance is stronger.
None of you really know what to say, and finally Bavragor compels you to continue your journey. You can see the inner conflict in the stonemason's face, and you don't know how long he can resist it. You continue on your way with an uneasy feeling.
Na toll, okay, noch einer tot. Fast. Ach, okay, und Andakai kann nichts, außer verraten. Du sollst einfach sterben, wieso stirbst du nicht? Na toll, schon der zweite tot. Verdammter Mist. Ach Mann. Gruppe entfernt, okay. Ist wieder dabei. Der Zombie. Okay. Okay, wie lange wird das dauern, bis er wirklich vollständig zum Zombie wird und uns angreift? Ja, so ein Mist. Das war klar, die Reise wird Verluste geben, aber tja, so ein Mist.
Bavragor has assured you that everything is all right, but since he came back, he has kept himself apart from the rest of the group. You decide to talk to him during your hike.
Are you really all right?
I feel nothing, Tungdil. I don't feel my body anymore, and my head is strangely empty. I hate things that I used to love, and things that I hated.
He glances at Boindil.
I would like to rip into shreds and devour.
You had no idea that it is so bad. On one hand, you feel an unspeakable pain seeing your companion in this state. On the other hand, you are afraid that he could attack one of you, and you hate being so afraid of Bavragor.
Hey, Mega! Tell your henchman he shall look after me. If I do things I shouldn't do, he is to stop me.
Everyone has stopped in their tracks and are all staring at the stonemason. Andakai is the first to free herself from the tense torpor, and with a nod, Jeroen follows the orders, and from that point he doesn't leave Bavragor's side.
Okay. Dann kann hoffentlich Andakai sterben, wenn Jeroen anders beschäftigt ist. Das wäre schön. Komm jetzt ein Augpfeil und auf sie drauf. Das wäre schön. Okay, Festung der Fünften. Wir sind da.
You finally reach the place where Keenfire will take on form. The stronghold of the Fifthlings with the hottest forge in Girdlegard. Dragonfire. This is where evil first entered Girdlegard. A disgrace for the Dwarves, who were given the task of protecting it by Vrachus. Since then the perished land has spread. Alfar and Orcs have invaded, and the Elves almost eradicated. But you have decided to face up to the evil. You will forge Keenfire and stop Nodon, or die trying. You enter the old stronghold with determination.
Ja, Determination ist wichtig.